200 Sinclair stations nationwide. There's the map for yourself. And if you watch a Sinclair-owned station, most likely you have seen your local Sinclair TV anchor in one of these promos warning against fake news and pretty much echoing President Trump's disdain for most of the media. This is a Sinclair mandate. The website Deadspin actually took bits from dozens of Sinclair stations where anchors from all over the country say exactly the same thing. Hear it for yourself.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media publish these stories true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
I know. Brian Stelter's with me now. I know. We've got two people standing by to react to all of that. But just first, quickly to you, on Sinclair has responded to all this criticism. What are they saying?
Yes, for the first time in a memo to staff, a pretty angry memo, frankly. The head of news is saying this has been misunderstood. He says this is a corporate news journalistic responsibility promotional campaign. That's what they call this messaging effort to try to reach local stations. The memo, we've put it up in full on CNN.com so people can check it out. He says the company is trying to stand up for truth and honesty in journalism. He's not really addressing the heart of the matter, which is, it sounds a lot like pro-Trump anti-media messaging, and it's really uncomfortable for some of these local anchors who didn't want to have to read this to have it come out of their own mouths. You know, it's one thing if this executive comes on and says it, but these anchors in all these cities all across the country have had to read this script and pretend like it's their own beliefs. So the memo's out on CNN.com, but he's not addressing the heart of the matter.
Okay. Stelter, thank you so much. Sure. Here are the two voices to get into this whole thing. CNN political commentator Sana Navarro, Republican strategist, and Ben Ferguson is a conservative radio talk show host. And so, Ben Ferguson, you first. The video we just played, that's just a portion of it. Was that disturbing for you?
It wasn't disturbing after I talked to several anchors that I know that actually work for Sinclair, and they said this is a marketing idea that came through from corporate about we're going to be a place where there isn't fake news. Many of the ones that I talked to said, I didn't think anything about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a marketing strategy to say, look, we're going to make sure that we are good gatekeepers of solid information. We're going to make sure that what we give you is factual. This is part of a new branding campaign from those higher up. And they didn't seem to be that worried about it. They also said it wasn't political in nature. But the thing is, Ben, hang on, let me just jump in on that, because it's, absolutely, if those TV anchors have no problem with it, then that's fine for them. But what about the people who are sitting there watching? They have no idea that they're being fed all these scripted lines. Look, I think that's where, if you're going to put